Harley-Davidson is the undisputed heavyweight motorcycle champion of the world. You heard it here first. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, HarleyDayRider back at you once again, your good old friend HDR. And after that little statement there in that opener, you might think he's not my friend anymore. Well, let me tell you what, my friends. I'm going to tell you a little story. It's sad, but it's true. But I know it's true because I see it every single day. Now, you may love them, you may hate them, you may despise them, or you might just crave them. Yep, Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, guys. You know what? I bought my first Harley-Davidson motorcycle back in 2015. Before that, I owned Suzuki's, I owned Kawasaki's, and I owned a Honda. Okay? And the story goes, if you go back in my videos, this is a true story. You will find this story somewhere back in my archives. When I went to the Harley-Davidson dealer, the Harley-Davidson dealer I went to used to be called Washington Harley and Honda, or Washington Honda and Harley, or whatever, one of those two. I went there because I wanted to buy a Honda Rebel. That was what I was looking for, is a Honda Rebel. And the guy said, we don't sell Hondas anymore because we don't have room. All we carry now is Harley-Davidson. I said, okay, we'll have a good day. And I was walking out of the shop. He said, now wait a minute there, buddy, hold on. I said, what? I said, what do you want me to wait for? He said, he goes, well, why are you leaving? I said, well, it's quite obvious why I'm leaving, guy. You know, I'm a working class guy. I don't have much money. I mean, you know, I'm married. And I said, I can't afford a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. He said, if I could find you one that you can afford the payments, would you buy it? I said, okay. I said, well, let's look and see what you have first, right? So we went looking, myself and Mrs. HDR. She knew I was there to buy a Honda. She goes, oh, she whispered in the mirror, she goes, oh my Lord, we can't afford a Harley-Davidson. I said, well, let's listen to them talk and see what they got to offer. I don't know. I mean, you know, deep down in my soul, somewhere in my bloodline, I've always wanted to have a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, right? It's the brand to grasp for. Okay, some of you are going to hate me for that statement. Anyway, let's move on. So we go upstairs to the used motorcycle section because I wasn't buying anything new. And we start looking around. I put my leg over this one, I put my leg over that one. And guys, I was kind of nervous, right? I was scared. You know, the biggest motorcycle I ever owned at that time was like Suzuki 950, 1000 something. Don't quote me on it, I don't remember. And I was scared. Bigger engines, you know, big, heavy Harley-Davidson motorcycles. I'm like, I don't know, a little scared of this. They said, come here, let me put you on this bike. So I jump on a bike. Now, I didn't know the name of the motorcycle or anything then. You know, I didn't know the brand names or anything, or the models or whatever. I sit on it, and it had these highway pegs. And I said, oh, Lord. I said, I'll never use highway pegs. He said, oh, yeah, you will. He said, you'll get used to it. So anyway, he holds the bike up. He says, put your feet up on them highway pegs. So I'm just leaning back. I was like, wow, this is really amazing. You know, I'm sitting on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And at that time, there was price tags hanging on those bikes. I looked at the price tag. It was, I don't know. It was a 2008 Sportster. And I think the price tag on it at that time was in 2015 was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 grand maybe, somewhere around there. I don't know. Whatever. That doesn't matter. The thing that matters is, once we worked out the payments and everything, he said, well, what do you want to put down on it? I said, well, we'll put $1,000 down on it, you know, maybe $1,500 just to get the price down a little bit, the monthly payments. Because, guys, I didn't even know at that time if I really wanted to get back into riding. So I took 20 years off of riding motorcycles. But, man, once I sat on that Harley-Davidson motorcycle, I'm like, ha, I was hooked, man, like a fish. I was hooked. Hook, line, and sinker, right? Anyway, fast forward between that. So I had that Harley-Davidson Sportster for 4 months, guys. And I went down and I bought a 96 cubic inch Electra Glide Classic. Yeah, I did. So I went from a 1200 that I was scared to death on in 4 months, bam. So when I see these guys buying these Sportsters and it's a big dude and he's sitting on it, he's so happy, he's beeping the horn and ringing the bells, and I tell him, look dude, don't waste your money, just buy something bigger. You know, buy yourself a street glide, a road glide or something. I know it looks heavy, I know it looks big, but you're going to trade it anyway, you're going to take a loss. I try to talk to him like that, you know, make some sense. And I know it's scary, but do that. Buy a little bit bigger bike than what you think you can handle, okay? That's my advice to you. So anyway, so I bought that bike and I rode that for quite a while until I told you I was at a hog chapter meeting one day, and the guy looks at the dash of that bike, that 2011, said, oh, you're riding a really old motorcycle. And I was like, well, shit, I could go buy a new one. So, step on over to the 2018 Road Glide Ultra, right? Bought it brand new off the showroom floor. We bought it in October, I know that, because they were having their Rib Fest. And I love Harley-Davidson motorcycles. There, I said it. Break the mold. Yes, there's a lot of brands out there, and they're all wonderful, if that's what you want. It's probably not what I want, okay? I like the roar of the sound. You're going to say they're underpowered, they're overrated, they're overpriced, blah, 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 blah. I love Harley-Davidson, and you may not, okay? My buddy Payne's Rides recently just bought a Honda Goldwing, and he loves the Goldwing, and bless him for loving it. I want to ride a Goldwing. They said once you ride one, then you'll have to own one. I was like, well, maybe. You know, but I am a Harley-Davidson guy. I love Indian motorcycles. Now, will I put other bikes in my garage? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. If I can find a 2014 Indian Chief Vintage, I think it's called, with the brown fringe and the brown saddlebags that Mrs. HR wants to ride on so bad, I will buy one and put it in the garage. I'm just saying. There you have it. So what do you think? Is Harley-Davidson the undisputed king of motorcycles? Guys, you know, they may have their quirks, they may have their up and downs, and you know I've put a load of video content. I don't know what's squealing back here. Whoops. Watch your road, Jack. I put a load of video content out there. And, I think it was my stereo. And I put a load of video content out there, you know, about the negative sides of Harley-Davidson. But, bottom line, guys, I do love my Harley-Davidson motorcycles. You know, I like the big underpowered V-twin motorcycles that, you know, is old age, but they're just fun to ride, man. They sound great, they look great, people like looking at them, and this is why I know, last statement, that I know it's the undisputed champion. We went to Ohio for 3 days, riding around up there, looking, waving at everybody, you know, all the bikes giving a two-finger salute, you know, and I would say 98% of every motorcycle that we passed was a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. So are they the undisputed king? You try to defeat that logic, and you tell me what you think in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you do comment. Let me know what you think. You know, try to keep them positive. I like positive people. I try to be as positive as I can, you know, almost 100% of the time, or 98, whatever comes first. So take care, everybody. I will talk to you next time. Till then, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there, huh? HarleyDayRider, your girlfriend HDR. We'll be down and out in the beautiful southwestern Pennsylvania. See you next time, everybody. Ride safe. Bye-bye for now.